Check out All Songs Considered. Each week, hosts Bob Boylan and Robin Hilton sift through all the new releases and bring you the best. Somehow, they haven't gotten around to playing my brother and me singing Goodbye, My Coney Island Baby. You can find All Songs Considered now at NPR.org/podcast and on the NPR One app. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Living Essentials, maker of 5-Hour Energy Shots. They want you to know that 5-Hour Energy Shots are made for hard-working people on the go. Whether you spend your day dropping transmissions on your chest or running around the building hiding from NPR censors, 5-Hour Energy Shots are great for groggy mornings, the post-kielbasa lunch food coma, or making it through car talk. They contain vitamins, nutrients, and caffeine, and come in a portable, easy-to-take, less than 2-ounce size. For more information, including ingredients and supplemental facts, go to 5hourenergy.com. Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the Good Questions Department here at Car Talk Plaza.
Yes.
As opposed to the Good Answers Department.
We don't have any answers. This is from Duncan Reed, who emails us from the UK.
Okay.
All right? And these are just,
okay, from the UK.
You know what? People sometimes sit around. You ever sit down and you're looking out the window and you wonder about things? Like, is there ever a day when mattresses are not on sale? Every day you can get a mattress.
That's true. Sale. Mattress sale. Today only.
You ever see people who run over a string a dozen times with their vacuum cleaner? Then they reach down, pick it up, examine it, and then put it down to give the vacuum cleaner one more chance.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I do that all the time to make sure someone like you didn't actually glue it to the floor. It drives me crazy.
And here's the big question. Whatever happened to preparations A through G? I mean, what?
Preparation A would have been the one I would have gone for on the show.
Sure, preparation A.
Right.
But it doesn't
for obvious reasons.
It doesn't have the ring of success.
No, it doesn't. But preparation H did. Anyway, if you have a good question about your car or even a crummy one, give us a call. The number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Below you're on Car Talk.
Hi, guys. This is Sarah from Los Angeles.
Is that without an H?
It's with an H, thank you.
Whoa.
Let me tell you my sob story.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I got a new job, which is a good thing. They asked me to start a new job about 3 days later. I said, that's fine. That'll give me time to get my car fixed. My car was a Volvo station wagon. I decided to take it to the dealer for the 60,000-mile service.
Oh.
Well, $1,376.26 later, I pick up my car, get on the freeway. I'm on the freeway for about 5 miles, and the check engine light starts to flash. The car then starts to slow down to 30 miles an hour. I pulled over to the side of the road, and as soon as I'm pulled over, black smoke starts coming out of the hood. The smoke starts coming into the car through the dashboard. At this point, I decide to get out of the car.
Good thinking.
Yeah, good thinking. I grabbed the invoice from the dealer.
Oh, that was a good thinking, too.
Boy, that was really good thinking.
Yep.
You left your pocketbook in the car, right? Who needs the money
in
the
check?
3 kids? Get the slip.
So I grabbed 3 things, my purse, the invoice, and my cell phone. I'm about 10 feet behind the car, and the car bursts into flames.
How sweet it is.
God, really?
Yeah. Now, the car is totaled. So my question is, I have the invoice, and I want to know what these bozos did to my car.
Well, seeing you had the good sense to save the slip, what did they do for $1,376.26?
We'll see if one of those things could have done it.
Okay, they replaced the timing belt, the front brake, the right outer CV boot, a spark plug kit, filter insert, brake fluid, washer solvent, PT, INJ additive, gasket, fuel filter, gasket, oil filter, antifreeze gasket, flame shield.
Oh, that's it. Not.
That isn't it.
Sounds,
but that's good.
$4.06.
Boy, that's a short list for a big total.
I know. Well, it was $1,000 in labor, and then they replaced one light bulb.
$1,000 in labor and $60 an hour. And it was there for 2 days, right?
It was there for a day.
A
day.
day, which is 8
That's
hours.
20 hours.
That's $480 labor.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, huh?
They gave me a 10% discount.
Well, sure, because they overcharged you by 150%.
Right.
Oh, and I should say, when I was exiting the car, there was a clear fluid bubbling up from the hood.
Well, of course, the thing's on fire.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the incident.
Okay.
The smoke.
It was dark gray to black.
Dark gray.
It wasn't white.
But it was dark black
Well,
smoke.
I can tell you from all the cars that I've ever set on fire that it's never been our fault.
Of course not.
No, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Never been our fault. Never. Very first Buick. That 62 Buick. We had a car on the lift.
They actually accepted complete liability.
But they have insurance for it. So they're
Right.
going to give you another car.
They're going to give me replacement value, which isn't, I don't think, fair.
Well, you want replacement value, plus you want to get $1,376.26 back.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's about all you can expect in this life.
Yeah, well.
It's hard to think about what they could have done, although the coincidence just seems to be too much, doesn't
Oh,
it?
I mean, they could have pinched a wire. They could have done any number of things, and that's why whenever we burn a car up, we always go in with the forensics team after it. I think the most likely candidate is they changed the timing belt.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yep.
probably the most likely candidate. They could have somehow or another moved one of the wires for the alternator,
Uh-huh.
or maybe taken the alternator out and hook the wire back up. That's the most likely place for a fire to start.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably did something, but you'll never get any more money from them than they're offering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're doing well that they're not fighting you.
I like the alternator.
I like my car more than the alternator. Every time I see a Volvo station wagon on the road, my heart leaps a little.
Well, when they give you the check, you want to go back there maybe and buy another Volvo.
Oh, I'm not giving them any of my money.
Well, why not? I mean, I have to say that what they've done is quite gentlemanly. They could have said, prove it.
Right.
You'd be hard-pressed to prove it. So I think you should trust these guys. I like them.
I don't know.
Either that or they burn up the car a day. That's the other possibility, isn't it?
But you have insurance of your own. Did you have fire and theft?
Oh, yeah. I've been on the phone with insurance agents,
Well, why don't you
lawyers.
try to collect them both?
Yeah.
Get good checks.
I wish.
Good luck there. I think you've done about as well as you can do, and I think they did the right thing by just accepting responsibility, whether in fact it was theirs or not. Probably it was.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right, see you.
Okay, bye.
1-888-CAR-TALK, 1-888-227-8255. Call Car Talk.
My name is Paul. I'm calling from New York City.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're in New York City. Real Manhattan, New York City?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say New York City if it wasn't in Manhattan.
Right.
Well, I mean, is it Brooklyn, New York City?
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Brooklyn's Brooklyn. Well, I suppose technically you'd New York City. But anyway, this is real New York
This
City.
is real New York City. Yeah.
Right. What's up, Paul?
Okay. I have a 1980 Subaru four-wheel drive wagon.
I knew you lived right in the city.
Yeah. And anyway, summer is rolling around, and I was thinking of chopping the top off and making it into a convertible.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have always thought about that.
No, you were thinking of making it into a topless,
Yeah.
not a convertible. Convertible,
Well, actually, I would carry along a tarp in case it rains.
like an army blanket or something, right?
Yeah. So officially, I guess it would be a convertible.
Yeah.
Anyway, my question is, doing that, am I exposing the frame to any sort of structural damage?
Of course.
Or would the windshield collapse if I...
Well, the windshield will just hold the whole car together. It's amazing how strong glass is.
Well, I mean, you're not going to cut right at the windshield. You're going to have to cut a few inches behind the windshield. And don't forget, if the car had a sunroof, then it would be essentially the same thing. It depends on how much
It would
you...
still sort of have the frame around...
Yeah, no. The sunroof is quite a bit different. If you go and take that whole top off,
well, that's what I'm thinking
you're
about.
out of your mind.
Yeah, no, if you take the whole top off, then you're in trouble.
Okay.
But you might like to do sort of a
Just a giant sunroof.
giant sunroof.
Well, that's my fallback.
I mean, but you are ready to just kiss this car goodbye, because what are you going to do when the fall comes and it starts to snow?
Well, I only paid $50 for it, so it's not a real...
Oh, excellent. What a great great idea.
Yeah, I don't think I would go for the full convertible. I would go for the extended sunroof.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You
I
know
would
anyone
do
that has a chainsaw? You ought to be able to slice right through this baby.
You're going to invite all your friends over. In fact, let me know when you're going to do it. I want to see you do it. And I think about how much fun this is going to be. You're going to get...
Well, actually, the car is in Boston, so I can invite you guys over.
Absolutely.
And
I'll be there.
you got to videotape it for what's that show, Funniest Home Videos? I mean, that would be an absolute trick.
Sure, you're going to do a little scene with, boy, I wish this was a convertible. And you say, no problem. And you jump on the roof with the chainsaw.
No, what you really need is not a chainsaw. You need something called a sawzall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then what you do is you buy a used piece of plexiglass. Okay, you ready for this now? You buy a used piece of plexiglass. Of course. You cut the plexiglass. You cut the hole.
Thinking more plastic sheeting.
No, don't go cheap now. You're getting a convertible here. You don't want to cheap out.
What do you do? You
You're gonna saran wrap?
sheet metal screws to screw them right into
And
the
you
roof?
buy a 4.5 with that silicone caulk.
Uh-huh.
You caulk it all up. You put 500 sheet metal screws in there.
He doesn't want a top on it. He wants to live free or die. Move to New Hampshire.
No, and you can remove it. You just take out the 500 screws.
Maybe a big hinge on it or something.
Maybe you can put a hinge on it, like a pop top.
No. I like your idea, Paul. Just
Shear it
cut
right
that
off.
big hole. Leave a little where the doors are, because otherwise it's going to be really structurally.
Is this going to be a
unsound.
beach buggy? You're going to go to like Corpus Christi for the summer or something and hang around?
Hang around Manhattan.
The fall isn't a concern of mine.
Good for you.
So you want it just for the summer?
Yeah.
Just the summer. $50 is the right price.
All right.
Yeah.
I have one favor to ask you guys too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be graduating from law school this spring,
Hang up on him.
and I was wondering if you could give me an interview at Dewey, Cheatham and Howe.
Certainly, we're looking for some sleazy, for some recent graduates.
We can tell.
Seriously, Paul, let me know when you're going to chop this thing up. I got to watch it.
Okay, I will.
Thanks for your call.
Take care, fellas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There are wackos everywhere.
Indeed. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Deb Baker Hall, and I live in Hudson, Ohio.
Hudson?
Deb Baker Hall.
Right.
What's up?
Well, I have a weather-related problem with my car.
Yeah.
When the temperature is 35 or below, my car lights. If I have not traveled far enough or long enough for the car to warm up a little bit, it won't go out. And see, here, that's a big problem.
Your
because-
lights won't go out?
No, they won't go off. You know, we live in a small town, so a trip to the grocery store takes 3 minutes, or a trip to get the kids to a sporting event or to school takes 3 minutes. So these 3-minute trips turn into 15-minute tours, so that my car, or 20-minute tours, so that my car will then be warm enough that when I arrive, I can turn the lights off and they'll actually go off.
But what if you just leave the car and walk away? How long will the lights stay on?
Forever.
Or
They
until
just-
the battery
or until the battery dies, exactly.
Yeah.
What kind of a car is it?
It's an 89 Ford Taurus, and that's the problem. See, started last winter, and my husband kept saying, well, I'm not going to pay to get it fixed because we're going to replace it. Well, then I just continued to drive it on. See, I have a dream goal for this car, that it will reach 133,000 miles before I ditch it.
133.
Yeah.
Is there some magic to that number?
Well, I think it came to me at the end of a meditation period, much like the name of Acidophilus.
Oh, Omeanos Piavados.
Yes.
That's the problem. I have that in my yogurt.
So you just woke up out of a trance and you saw 133,000.
It's the magic number for this car. So, and we're at just below 116. So we're within striking zone.
You are.
Yeah.
Does this car have the headlight sentinel thing?
Yes, it does.
Oh, break it.
Break it?
Hit it with a hammer.
Will that do it?
I think so.
Yes. Well, gee, I hadn't thought of that.
I think the timer in that Sentinel thing is wacko. And so, can you turn it off? I can try turning it
I
off.
turned it off and I flipped that whole thing and messed around with it. We thought that was it for a while, and then I had a theory that it had to do with how hard you slammed the car door.
It may.
Sometimes that would actually happen. Fuse or something. Whatever.
Well, I think you should take it into your dealership or
Right.
your local garage and have them pull the switch apart.
This is not going to be terribly expensive.
Okay, and so that will just then.
Yeah. If anything, you just tell them to bypass the headlight sensor.
Okay.
Stupid thing.
Yeah, alternatively, you can just have them extract the switch from the dashboard and leave it hanging down on the floor.
Oh, I like that idea.
Plus, like, yeah.
It sort of suits my personality to have a car that looks like that.
It's nice to have wires hanging down.
We had a guy that worked for us that had put an engine into a pickup truck. He purposely removed all of the switches from the vehicle. And it had basically about 100 wires just hanging into the dash.
Right.
And when he wanted to start it, he didn't need them all. He knew which wires to connect to get it to start, to get the radio to work, to get the blower to work.
Right. I like it.
Yeah, well,
It's nice. I have to tell you that having wires hanging down from the dashboard changes your entire life. It's that you have a whole new perspective on what's important in life.
that's why I keep targeting back to my 87 Ford Vista
Yeah.
and how liberating and life-altering it has been.
There's no question about it. I mean, people who are worried about their car, someone's going to scratch it.
Scrape a fender?
They won't
No
let you
problem.
smoke a cigar in it. I mean, what the heck?
Well,
What
the
is it?
cigar might be
Oh, no, there's nothing like a good cigar.
But when you got wires hanging down,
food in my car.
food is good too. Pizza boxes in the back are good.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody is looking for perfection. Lighten up.
I've given that up.
Good for you, Deb.
Let the switch just dangle. And learn to unplug it, slug it in, and you won't have any problem.
All right.
See.
That sounds like a good plan.
See.
And good
Deb.
luck on your trek.
Okay.
133. I will think 133.
Let us know when you get there.
Okay.
See ya. Bye-bye. Hey, look, let's not clear about it. Instead of going through the usual dance, I ask you, why don't we just jump right to telling people what it was?
What? You're not going to give me a chance to show off my mental acuity anymore? You're going to leave the entire room with the impression that I'm, what, an empty vessel? You're going to hang me out to dry? Is that it? Just dismiss any possibility that I might have this in my head, the wherewithal to store facts?
All right.
Read it?
All right, forget it. Do you remember the puzzler?
No.
I didn't think so. Anyway, the puzzle was about a hippie, a 73 VW Beetle, and the pursuit of truth and justice in the American way. And we'll be back with the answer and more of your calls in just a minute.
And even though Nino says this is exactly the sort of vast wasteland I was talking about, whenever he hears us say it, this is NPR.
We'd like to thank our podcast sponsor, Vroom.com. People looking to buy, sell, or trade their cars. Vroom is America's biggest online car store with an inventory of late model, low mileage cars, and no salesman wearing plaid pants with white belts and white shoes. We also guarantee that none of my brother's old heat ever ended up in Vroom showrooms. Each Vroom car is reconditioned by a team of auto experts, and the Vroom purchase includes free pickup and delivery in the U.S. Plus, Vroom offers a 90-day, 6,000-mile warranty and a no-questions-asked return policy. It's a no-hassle, stress-free experience. And check this out. Mention Car Talk and take $500 off your next purchase at Vroom.com. Now, most places you mention Car Talk, they add $500 off. Vroom.com. Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, clicking back to Tappet Brothers. We're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to that puzzle. This came from a fellow named Steve Boyd, and this is more or less what he wrote.
Yeah, go ahead.
About 10 years ago, I bought my 1973 Beetle from this hippie guy. You know, he had the long hair, beads, sandals, and a distinctly agricultural aroma. Anyway, he told me that the 80,000 miles on the odometer were originally mine. I didn't believe him for a second because when I took the car for a test drive, I noticed there was rust all over the body, the brakes were too could barely stop the car. I had my heart in my throat when I stepped on the brakes, and the clutch was beginning to slip. I negotiated the price down to $400, and I felt pretty proud of myself that I had gotten the car that little. Well, I gave him the money and drove my yellow time warmer home. About a year later, I got around to buying new tires. When I called around to get the best price, a tire vendor told me something that I had been told the truth about the 80,000 original miles. What did the tire guy tell me? Now, I have a reputation for obfuscating and clarifying and
You do have that reputation.
throwing in
And you're proud of it, aren't you?
throwing in extraneous material, and I'm sure the average person listening to this puzzle figured it had nothing
To do with the tire.
with the tires.
But
It has everything to do with the tires. In fact, when this car was made, tires were not measured the same way they are now. They were measured in an interesting way, not an interesting way, a typically American way. The width of the tire was one of the measurements, and this car had something like 5, 60, 15 tires, which meant that the width of the tread was 5.6 inches. Okay. Now, it was sometime in the mid-70s when they stopped making tires like this, and we went over to measuring tires in the Metro system. So now if you buy tires, they might be 195, even though we have 15 parts.
yeah,
The 195 is the size of the tread, the 15 is still the diameter of the wheel, which is in inches. But when the tire vendor told them, boy, those must be the original tires,
yeah.
because in the mid-70s, they in fact stopped selling tires this size. You'll never be able to match one. And they were also bias-blind tires. That's another story. Do we have a winner?
We do. The winner this week is Diana Carzoli from West Des Moines, Iowa. After having her answer selected at random from among the pile of correct answers that we got, Diana is going to get a $26 gift certificate to the Shameless Comics division at CarTalk.com, with which she can get one of our CD collections like the best and second best of Car Talk.
Wow.
Congratulations to you, Diana, baby.
Anyway, we have a new puzzle coming up in the third half of the show. But first, we have to screw up a few more diagnoses. Give us a call. Give us some raw material to work with, will you, folks? Our number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. While you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Jeff from Berkeley, California.
Jeff with a J?
Jeff with a G.
Gee, excellent.
It's the English Australian.
Oh,
version.
yes,
Exactly.
I should have known by your accent.
Yeah.
Of course we did. Where are you really from?
Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, all over the East Coast.
All of them.
Yep.
Oh, so you must have been the Australian equivalent of the Witness Protection Program. Berkeley. So what can we do for you?
I've got an 84 Volkswagen that now and then makes a loud knocking noise from the rear left wheel area. And the noise comes and goes, but it tends to go away completely the closer I get to any mechanic. So it might be there for about 3 or 4 miles and it goes away for 6 or 7. But when it's there, the length of time between each knock gets shorter the faster the car goes. It doesn't seem to depend on the engine. And different mechanics have suggested all sorts of things: CV joints, axles, ball bearings, brakes.
Does the noise initiate when you start moving the car after it's been sitting like overnight? Is it more likely to happen then?
No. It can just come while after I've been driving for 3 or 4 miles. It just start.
All right.
So, does it ever happen when you first start off in the morning?
Only if it's been there when I stopped the night before.
This is sort of like I've Got a Secret.
Yeah.
You remember that show?
Yeah, I don't think Jeff's going to give us the bulk of the information.
You want an answer?
Okay. So, otherwise,
Well, there's not a lot back there. You have brakes, and it's unlikely that that's the problem. Because by this, I trust it's been going on for a while. By this time, something would have burned up.
It's been going on for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
and it's a big, heavy, clunking noise, or it's just a knock, 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 knock.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy knock.
And if you speed up, it goes.
You've got it.
I think you must have, because this is a 84, it's a rear-wheel drive vehicle, and you must have a bad CV joint back there, a bad axle.
Yep.
And the fact that it comes and goes means that one of the balls in the CV joint is getting shifted around once in a while. I bet you if you study this more you'll find out that the beginning of the noise is almost always coincident with having done something else, like you've gone over a big bump or through a pothole, something that changed the geometry.
Yeah, I've been fiddling around and finding that sort of thing out.
He's coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need that. If it's on the driver's side, you can buy a rebuilt axle fairly cheaply.
Sometimes, actually, I can hear it on both sides.
You can buy 2 rebuilt axles fairly cheaply.
Yeah.
But you must have 150,000 miles on this thing.
Actually, I bought it 6 months ago, and I bought it with a broken odometer, so it's not clear how far it's gone.
What does it say, though?
38,000.
Oh, that sounds about right. But I think you're in the market for a couple of new axles.
Okay.
Good luck, Jeff.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for calling.
Hey, you know what time it is now?
Time to feed the polar bears in your MG?
No. It's time to play Stump the Chumps. This is the part of the show where we dig up a caller from a previous show to see if our answer held water.
Oh, goddess. So who's our lucky survivor this week?
Survived. I don't like calling him that. It's Bill Bailey from Branson, Missouri. You remember Bill Bailey?
Sure. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? I cried that whole night long.
All right. This Bill Bailey actually cried the whole night long, too, because his Chevy Tahoe rolled into
I
remember him?
Bailey.
Well, front end's out, the back end is in. There is a half-inch cable that runs diagonally to hold the dock in place that has cut through the back tailgate and is holding it there.
So it rolled back into the lake?
Correct.
And pray tell, what were you doing while this was happening? Were you in it?
No, I was not in it. I was in my boat trying to drink hot chocolate when the dock jerked and poured it down my shirt.
What was your first thought when you knew it was your truck?
My question exactly. What did you say or think when you looked out and saw your truck hanging there by a thread, so to speak?
I don't think you can say that on public radio.
I don't think so either.
But they can hear me across the lake, I'll tell you that.
God, jeez.
So the only thing that's holding it is this cable, and it's stretched like a banjo string.
Oh, I've got the cable. So that was our suggestion. Cut the cable?
No, that would have been dangerous. It would have whipsawed him in half. We told him to get someone else to cut the cable. And we told him his transmission was shot and the Tahoe would be better off at the bottom of the lake.
Oh, let's see how we did. Bill, are you there?
I'm here, guys.
Look, well, that's good to know. Before we find out whether your Tahoe is swimming with the fishes, as they say, we need you to confirm that we have not spoken since your last appearance on Car Talk. Is that true, Bill?
You didn't call me, right?
And is it also true that the answer you're about to give is not influenced by the staff of NPR, or the book that we sent you on how to beat the rap for insurance fraud?
It was a nice gesture, but I was holding out for more.
So, did you cut the cable?
No, I did not cut the cable.
Did not cut the cable. Hold it out.
Well, I had it pulled out because you also mentioned that if I was lucky, the tow truck's cable might break.
Yeah, and
you were 100% right. I needed a new transmission.
hey!
Yeah, I heard from your description that it sounded like the transmission was heating itself up when you were going down the road.
That's correct.
No, what did that cost you?
It cost me, you were also right. You said it cost me $3,002, and it cost me right at $2,000.
Yeah, we always try to get the worst case scenario.
I had to get the top of the line. They couldn't even rebuild it. It was totally...
Yeah, the case was falling apart.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I remember your call, and I remember thinking that you should have stopped early on in the trip. You could have saved yourself about maybe $1,800.
Right.
But that's a lesson. And you're lucky you didn't go in to drink with the boat.
Right.
Bill, thanks for playing Stump the Chumps.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for the great advice.
Yeah.
It only cost you $2,000. Not bad. See you later.
And this is a toll-free number.
What a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See you later. Well, if you hear someone you'd like us to bring back to Stump the Chumps, email us your suggestions on cartalk.com, or you can call and probably stump us right now.
Oh, yeah.
The number is 888-CAR-TALK, which is 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Raybold.
Hi, Rebecca. No last name. Where are you from, Rebecca?
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah. I have a problem with my 1982 Subaru, and it just will cut out. I will be driving along, and usually it seems to me when I'm idling at a stop sign, waiting to go, and then all of a sudden the engine will just die.
Boom.
And then when I try to turn the key, I'll turn the key and try to get it started up, or people are honking at me, and it'll just crank. It'll just
Does this happen when the lights are on or off?
It doesn't seem to matter.
Oh, doesn't seem to matter. Okay, it doesn't seem to matter if you're on your way to work or coming home from work. Is that right?
No, none of those things matter.
It really doesn't seem to make any difference. I haven't been driving very much because of this problem.
And it will not restart readily.
No, in fact, what I usually have to do is find somebody to push me off the side of the road and then wait until the next day. And then the next day I'll come and it'll start back up again.
No kidding. Now, is this more likely to happen if you've been driving for a long period of time, or is it random?
I don't really drive very far, so it's only like within 5 or 10 miles.
So you can drive as far as 5 miles and stop for a light or something and it will die.
Right.
What if you stop within a few blocks of your house or wherever you're studying?
No, that's all right, because I'll be stopping at lights, between here and work, and that won't be a problem.
So it's after you've gone for a while, the engine is all warmed up.
Yeah.
Okay, has anyone ever offered you roadside assistance when this has happened?
Well, I did go into the garage, and I asked them, what was the problem, and they came up with a variety. They said, well, it could be the pickup coil, it could be the fuel pump, it could be the ignition, it's something in the electrical system. And everything's expensive to fix. You better wait till it breaks dead.
Yeah, I say they narrowed it down.
They narrowed it down to the car.
Something to do with the car.
It's not extraterrestrial or anything like that.
Right, no Martians involved. It's definitely something to do with the car.
Right.
Well, I would have to say I agree with them 100%.
Well, one thing that my husband and I tried doing was when it died one time, he actually tried to see if the spark plug was doing anything. So he took the spark plug wire and he held it next to the engine block, and then when I was cranking the engine, he looked, but there was no arc.
Those plug wires have a rather long boot on them, and if he didn't have it sufficiently close, or if it was daytime, you might be able to tell. What he needs to do is stick his finger right in there.
Was he holding onto the wire at this point?
I don't think I'm going to get it.
Come on, Rebecca. Get serious, will you?
Hair. I don't think he wants to get rid of it.
All right, Rebecca, lighten up.
Here's what you have to do.
No, seriously, when he did this, is he there?
Yeah.
Was he holding onto the wire?
Yeah, he was holding on the wire, and he said he couldn't feel anything.
He didn't feel anything in his hand.
Right, and later when the car worked properly, he tried the same thing, and that time he really could, you could see a spark and everything.
Yeah.
Suffice it to say that he knows how to check the spark, and
I think he was able to check it properly.
Okay, well, this is a crucial issue.
he had used this as a puzzler some time ago.
If only we could remember what the right answer was.
As a matter of fact, it was not a Subaru, but it was a Mazda whose whose distributor was worn out. And when the engine was running at higher speeds, the rocker wheel would come close enough to the pickup so that, in fact, the thing would run. As soon as you came down to idle speed, it would stall out because they weren't close enough, and then it would not restart.
Okay.
So it could be that, but I imagine these guys who worked on the whole car theory would have perhaps checked to see if the distributor shaft were worn out, and it could be on an 82.
Well, maybe not, because when they gave you this litany of possible problems, they didn't actually look under the hood. They were just speculating, I presume.
Right, exactly.
Oh, they did this as like an academic exercise.
Right, because they could check this relatively easy by popping off the distributor cap and feeling to see if the shaft was shaking back and forth 4 or 5 inches.
Oh, okay.
But have someone do that to see if there's a lot of play in the distributor shaft. When they find out that there isn't, I would, as an experiment, replace the coil.
Okay.
The ignition coil, not the pickup coil.
Oh, the ignition coil.
Right.
Okay.
So try that, and you can get one in the junkyard for $5.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get too close to the junkyard. Those harpies will come and take the car away.
Oh, I don't think they have any junkyards in Salt Lake.
Of course they do.
They only have them in Boston.
Oh, all right. We'll send you one. Good luck, Rebecca.
What, a junkyard or a
Very
car?
much.
Bye-bye.
Good luck, Rebecca.
All right, look, it's time for us to take a break.
Already? Did we just do that?
Oh, yeah, about 20 minutes ago. But, time flies when you're engaged with genuinely and earnestly helping people solve their problems.
Well, speak for yourself.
I was.
All right, when we come back, you will have a new puzzle for us.
Yes, I will, as a matter of fact. And this is historic, folkloric, automotive, and I might add, right up your alley, Tommy.
No kidding. Okay.
Absolutely.
The new puzzle and more of your car questions coming up in just a minute, so please stay tuned. And even though Terry Rose picks up a late staff application at Chili, whenever she hears us say it, this is NPR.
Thanks for listening to Car Talk. Now, if you're looking to keep up with what's new in music, check out All Songs Considered. Each week, hosts Bob Boylan and Robin Hilton sift through all the new releases and bring you the best. Somehow, they haven't gotten around to playing My Brother Me singing Goodbye My Lonely Island Baby. You can find All Songs Considered now at NPR.org/podcast and on the NPR One app. We'd like to thank our podcast sponsor, Tire Rack. There are some pretty dumb things you can do to your car. How do I know? I've done this myself. But with TireRack.com, at least you'll get your tires right. At TireRack.com, you can view tire test results and user ratings and reviews to help you pick the right tires for your car. TireRack.com is million tires in your warehouse, so they're not just trying to sell you what they kept sitting around like we were. And you can have your tires delivered to a local recommended installer near you in as little as one business day. TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install. Smarter. We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Clifton Clark and the Tappet Brothers. We'll talk about cars, car repair, and the new puzzler, which I said, Tommy, is right up
my alley.
You're going to know the answer, I'm sure.
Really?
Yes, you are going to know the answer.
You won't remember?
No, you will not remember it, but you'll know the answer in about 5 minutes. Robert Lake, this is just, unnecessary filler.
Sure. It's a puzzle. And it's yours.
And this was sent in recently, actually, last December by a fellow named Daniel England. And I had to, as I mentioned earlier, this is historic, and it's pre- and post-confiscation. Excellent. And it's interesting and it's not even bogus. So
No
you
kidding.
ready?
Yeah, go.
He writes. Well, we write, rather. I'm the proud owner of a 1956 Chevrolet Convertible, which I've restored to perfection over the last 2 years and whatnot, a few hours maybe. Last week on a very warm summer afternoon, the perfect day for a ride in the convertible, I decided to take my car into town. It needed gas since the gauge was practically on empty, but I needed